Welcome back to the channel, my apes. So much to talk about, so many developments over the weekend. We've got to get right to it, but first I do have to apologize. The thumbnail was actually a little misleading. It says $100 shares, bananas for every ape, and that number is actually, well, wrong, to be straight up honest with you apes. The number is kind of a low ball estimate. You see, this thing has the potential to go insanely high. And if you watch this video until the end, I think you're going to find out exactly why. So don't you go anywhere, because we're going to be starting right now. Hey, what's going on? It's Pat from Top Ticker Trades. If you're new here and you want to learn how to use stocks and options to make your portfolio go parabolic, make sure you start now by subscribing and tapping that bell so you never miss an upload. What is going on, apes? So let me explain the situation very quickly. So there are great weaknesses in our market, but these aren't just weaknesses in our market. These are weaknesses in our country if you're from the US. But these aren't just weaknesses in our country. These are also weaknesses that can be seen worldwide. You might be asking yourself, what's the reason for this? The reason for this, my apes, is that there's a group of super elites and wealthy individuals that control a majority of the entire world's economy. This 1% of super elites, these super wealthy individuals, they make their money by destroying companies. And when they destroy companies, they destroy families. When they destroy families, well, children go hungry. We're not going to let that happen, ladies and gentlemen, which is exactly why we banded together to do something that is absolutely critical for the entire world economy. We have to stay banded together as apes and foil the plans of these super elites. It's the 99% fighting that 1%, but the 99, well, we're the Davids versus that big Goliath. And I'm sure that you have already heard about this, but you know what? There's strength in numbers. And when there's 99% of us all banded together, we can defeat that 1%. Before, we haven't been able to band together because we did not have the resources that we have today. And because we now do have these resources, apes, this 1% is very angry. They're trying to fight back, and you know, they're kind of putting up a fight, but the truth of the matter is that they're trapped. They're trapped because of their own greed, and they're losing money, significant amounts of money every single day. And eventually, this is going to break them. But we have to stick together and keep doing what we've been doing. It is absolutely mission critical for us to keep doing what we've been doing. And that's to buy and hodl. That's to band together and save the companies, save the livelihoods of those families that these wealthy elites, these 1%ers, are trying to destroy. But now let's talk about how this is related to AMC. Let's talk about the developments that we've seen over the weekend, and let's talk about what could potentially happen. So you know what this means, apes. If you're a subscriber of this channel, you already know I have to get into character.
So let's talk about CNBC. CNBC is heavily affiliated with Citadel. Citadel is heavily shorting AMC. And now let's talk about Melissa Lee. She works for CNBC. I know that rhymes, but it was not intentional on my part. I'm just doing my job reporting to you apes. But here's what Melissa Lee done did this time. She done really jacked up. She got on the news, on the air, and she admitted, she basically gave us a confirmation that these naked shorts are nakedly shorting the AMC stock. So what does that mean? Well, that gives us the go-ahead to keep buying the AMC stock, to keep making poor investing decisions, because it means that these naked short sellers are trapped. They're trapped in their positions, and they're going to have a very, very difficult time getting out, which means that when they do try to get out, they're going to get out at a loss, and their loss is going to be or gain. And regardless of what you're thinking, naked short selling ain't got nothing to do with you stripping down to your whitey tighty just to sell the AMC stock. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about them selling shares of AMC stock that do not exist. So what they're doing is selling these shares electronically, and when you're able to sell something electronically, you do not have to deliver it physically, which means that you don't have to prove that it exists, which is how the problem started in the first place, which gives them the power to basically manipulate the markets and to become richer than rich, and then we get screwed because we're the dumb money. But first time ever that the dumb money stood up to the rich money is now. And these rich boys, they cannot handle the fact that their riches are fixing to be given to us, and now they're going to be the poor boys and we're going to be the rich dumb ape money. And in case you're wondering what it looks like when Melissa Lee screws up, here's what it looks like and sounds like, apes.
He conceded that AMC shares are probably not worth what they're worth right now on a fundamental basis. Maybe they're worth 20 or 25 bucks a share. But he also said that at 47 or whatever it's trading at right now, I don't know what it is in the after hours, that is what the market is valuing AMC shares at right now, and that is all that matters. And Tim, you're already shaking your head. Why not? Why isn't that the case?
Because short sellers aren't going after retail investors. They're going after bad companies. I mean, it's the most absurd thing I've ever heard. Smart guy, but I mean, come on. I'm tired of this. And this, this going after the man thing. I mean, look, yes, you can make money in momentum. You can lose money in momentum. But again, it's like Mr. Obvious Day. All right, that to me is a dynamic here. That ultimately the momentum that's being, where the genesis is in a chat room. And yeah, I mean, price can be truth in terms of a company being able to issue shares at a higher price. Doesn't change the company's business. Rich Greenfield also talked about Cinemark and other theater companies that aren't going through this kind of renaissance. And I mean in terms of their share price. So again, the investing with a incentive to track momentum is what a lot of professionals do. So let's be clear. But in terms of looking at this as an us versus them, I'm sorry, I'm not buying into that. I think that's dangerous. And again, look, there's a lot of people, there are a lot of short sellers out there that have been borrowing stock they didn't have. In other words, yes, I think there are dynamics shorts, where retail investors.
So this happened very fast, but I guarantee you, for this fella right here, it stopped time for about 10 hours. And what's going on in his mind right now, let me tell you, he's thinking, you stupid, stupid little girl, why in the world would you say naked shorts, yeah, naked shorts? You want to say naked shorts, yeah? Do you understand what you just done did, woman? And now in the next scene, you can see the dumbfounded expression on her face as she's like, oh man, I just messed up so bad. I just screwed it up for the Citadels and for all the shorters out there. And these apes now know they're going to get the bananas. And if you look down, just right next to her, if you're looking at your screen right now, look to your right, her left. At the bottom, the dude wearing the yellow tie, he is not a banana lover, so I do not know why he has a banana tie on, but he's wearing a blue shirt, and he's crying, wiping a tear from his eyes. He's saying, oh crap, why are you so discombobulated, lady? You just cost us all our jobs. Are you proud of yourself? Are you proud of yourself for costing us all of our jobs? And I even wore a banana tie to work today, lady. Do you know what that means? That means they're going to think I'm in cahoots with you because you just scored one in the wrong goal. You just shot one in the wrong basket.
Yeah, but here's what's interesting. It is actually changing what Wall Street does, how it does it. There's a report on Bloomberg saying that various prime brokers were tightening the requirements necessary in order to short some of these so-called meme stocks. Guy, I know you pointed this out. There's some firms that threw in the towel in terms of coverage of companies like a GameStop and an AMC because they are so divorced from what they call fundamentals at this point in terms of their price action. I mean, whether or not we like it, whether or not it's here to stay, at this moment in time, Wall Street is taking notice because they...
So what she was saying there at the very end is actually true. Let's take a look at this article. It says Jeffries told clients Wednesday its prime brokerage arm will no longer allow the execution of short sales in GameStop Corp., AMC Entertainment Holdings Inc., and Microvision Inc. according to a memo seen by Bloomberg News. Until further notice, Jefferies Prime Brokerage will no longer offer custody on naked options in GME, AMC, and MVIS, the memo noted. The firm will no longer allow the execution of short sales of those securities, the memo continued, noting that other stocks may be added to that list. But now we need to hear from Wes Christian, who is a legal advocate for financial reform. What he's got to say is very, very important, lady apes and gentlemen apes, so pay very close attention.
This group of apes, as they call themselves, need to be proud of what they're doing. They need to grow and grow and grow, and it needs to grow internationally also, because this is not just a U.S. problem. This is a worldwide problem. As I said last time, from trusted resources I know, this is a $250 trillion approximately problem and growing worldwide. What is it in the United States? I hear all kinds of numbers, but at least 100 trillion. Now that counts stocks, bonds, credit default swaps, derivatives, T-bills, for God's sake, that are being counterfeited. This all stems from electronically selling something you don't deliver. So what can you do? You can continue to grow. You can continue to speak out. You can continue to try to co-invest with each other in some legal way to where you can become a bigger bully than they are, for God's sake. Pick out the companies that you think are meritorious and go stand up for them. Okay, that's number one. So nobody has ever thought about doing that like you've done. So hoo-ah, as they say, to you men and women who are doing that. Number two, write your congressmen, write your senators, send letters to the SEC, get on the internet, educate people, demand transparency, demand change. It is in its very base level, financial reform. It talks about me being, a legal advocate for financial reform. That's a nice way to say I'm sick of this crap and I'm going to stop it. Okay. So the bottom line is that you can be a big part of this. Frankly, what you're doing is mission critical to the cause. Keep it up. Do everything you can, every form of communication, every form of demand, every form that you can legally do it.
So as you can see, apes, we're getting a lot of attention and a lot of support from different groups, from different people, from even the unexpected. But here's another one. We've got Kevin O'Leary saying some very incredible things. And guess what else is happening? Kevin O'Leary is also a bull when it comes to AMC stock. And he's warning everybody going out into the public, telling them, listen here, do not be shorting AMC, because shorting AMC will bring you a world of pain. But I do not want you to take my word for it. The reason we're here is for me to back up what I say. So here is Kevin O'Leary and what he says.
Thinking there's a new sheriff in town. You've got to be very careful shorting these stocks that think they're going to zero. This Reddit crowd organization, the whole move to find these very, very short positions and then use this organized methodology. It's almost like this. We tried to do this years ago with institutional trading, and it didn't work. These guys are doing it on the internet, on social media, and it's working, and it's incredible. It gives a chance for new life. I see no problem with AMC raising capital here, because now they can basically take their IP, which is their brand, and try and pivot. Whatever's left in movie going, I have no idea, but you can take a brand and you can take $200 million and you can fix it. And so if you're short this stock, you're really hurting. And I've done this. I've joined the Reddit crowd. I ride with the herd. I have a Robinhood account. I'm all over this. I am looking at a plethora of communications, synchronized communications on this situation, unbelievably organized in a way I've never seen done before. So I'm watching, and I tell my own guys, do not short anything right now, because if you don't know where the herd's going next, you're behind the eight ball. So they're changing the behavior of the institutional investor, and the companies are taking advantage of it. I see nothing wrong with this. This is the new world. And if you don't get on board, you're going to get caught in a wicked short squeeze. There must be hundreds of millions of dollars being lost right now by all of those hedge fund guys, whoever they were, that said AMC is going to zero as a result of the pandemic changing people's streaming behaviors and how they watch their content. Wrong-o. That's not what's happening here. This company has breathed new life into it by getting cash, taking advantage of a ridiculously priced stock. I'm not saying it's a buy or a sell. I'm just saying this is new and it's here to stay.
Feels really nice for somebody to finally say it. Feels really good, but I think there's more that you guys need to hear, and this time it's going to be really short and we can move on.
So at least it exposed using customers' account shares. At least it exposed all the mismarking of tickets. At least it exposed the computers that are set up intentionally to mislead you. So let them keep doing that, because at least it's going to corroborate for us that are out there in the courthouse that it's true.
Oh, yes, it's true. It's very real. We've been saying it for quite some time. So we all believed it. We all knew that it was going on. But unfortunately, not a lot of people believed us. But now it's all coming out into the open. Now we've got some big support. We've got some big names getting behind us, apes. We got some big names becoming apes. So what does all this mean? It means we're fixing to get even more people learning what we are about, and joining us, joining our team. And that's where all the power is. So this is what's going to allow us to defeat them big institutional fellas. But that's not all, because guess what? We got some more gamma squeezing to do, and I know it's coming because I can look at the open interest and see that we've got so much open interest in these call options. It's like 47 million call options right now. This tells us that the market maker who's taking a premium or earning a premium right now by selling call options is going to have to hedge. They're going to have to keep buying more shares to keep hedging the positions that we're taking as apes by buying these call options. And that's going to put the market maker in a real pickle, but it's going to make us very wealthy, because it's going to make the gamma squeezing happen again, just like we seen last time. And that's going to be a beautiful picture for us, but an ugly picture for them. And then all this gamma squeezing is also going to make the short squeezing going on too, because all of this will work together to give us one beautiful new share price, and it's going to create even more beautiful share prices with the AMC stock. So that's where we're going. We're going to be rising. What price we're going to, I cannot speculate today, because I do not know. No one can answer this for you, but you can only use your imagination. Just be patient, keep hodling, and keep doing what you're doing. In other words, keep investing, making dumb investment decisions, because that's what's working in the market right now. That's what the smart money wanted us to do. They dubbed us dumb money apes, and the dumb money apes took the footsteps that they wanted us to take, and now they're going to have to pay for molding us into what we are, because that is the way of the world. They've created a monster, or should I say they've created the apes.
While I have you here, I wanted to quickly tell you about the brand new First Trade app, available for mobile or PC. The platform will give you access to powerful and easy to use tools, and allows you to trade with less restrictions, zero commissions, zero fees, and you can use the first link in the description below to download a free stock today without having to deposit any money. This will greatly help out the channel and is always appreciated. And now back to your regularly scheduled programming. Congrats, ladies and gentlemen, you've made it to the end of the video. If you like what you watched, make sure you subscribe, because I put out videos just like this one every single day. And please do me a favor and smash that like button if I helped you in any way, because it really goes a long way in helping the channel out and keeps me motivated to make videos every single day. Now, there's a lot of work involved, a lot of research, and a lot of time and effort into editing and putting these out daily for you guys. You can subscribe from your screen right now, or if you want to watch one of my other videos, I'm sure YouTube has some good content picked out for you on the left-hand side of your screen now. Thanks for sticking it out with me till the end, and I will see you guys in the next video.